Oh my goodness, I got to create the most beautiful whimsical themed wedding cake and I could not wait to make this. So this was a 4 layers 8-inch heart cake and when she sent me the brief for the cake, when she sent me the inspo pictures that were actually all my previous work, I was just screaming inside. I could not wait to make the biggest, fattest, whimsical themed wedding cake you guys will ever see. So of course, as it is a wedding cake, we did want to keep it somewhat traditional, so I started off with a white slash cream base. So this is actually the natural colour of my buttercream. I very rarely colour my buttercream white, but most of my customers just really love this ivory colour. And then I started off with my standard shell borders and I also did mini frills at the bottom. I'm absolutely loving doing the frills at the bottom of the cake. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, but honestly it just looks so elegant. And then I went in with my standard piping that I do on most of my cakes nowadays, so I just went in with a small star tip to do these drapes all along the cake. I did also go ahead and use that same tip for the reverse shell border at the bottom of the cake. I've honestly been loving doing this style and I've been doing it on most of my cakes. So as we were going for pink florals on the cake, I decided to do the writing in pink, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did mess up the first time because it wasn't all centered. So I did have to go back and center the writing. And now for the final touches. Oh my gosh, I was just so happy with how the cakes look. As it is, I think if you have a clean base, anything else you add to the cake will just elevate it so much. So I went ahead and added on my artificial moss and then went ahead and added some green leaves. So with the leaves and flowers, I wanted to match it to her invite, and honestly I'm just so glad her invite had the prettiest pastel colours. So again, in true cakery style, I am just draping the leaves and roses all the way down the cake. I kind of don't use any references when I do this anymore because I've just done it a million and one times. It's basically second nature to me. But I basically just look at the cake overall and see where to best place my roses, either going up the cake or down the cake or wherever I see fit. This is definitely the most therapeutic part for me because I know the cake is almost finished. I absolutely love adding on these roses, but I don't like adding on the leaves as much. So I did also have the option of adding on some other pastel roses in different colours, but I had creative freedom on this and she completely trusts me with the final vision. But honestly, I just felt like if I added too many colours on the cake, it wouldn't look so weddingy. So then I went ahead and added on some more pink florals before adding on some pearls. I was very subtle with adding on the pearls because I didn't want it to be covered in pearls, as I normally like to do on some of my cakes. And here is the final result. Oh my goodness guys, the bride's reaction was insane to her receiving her cake. I could not have asked for a better reaction from my bride, but yeah, this is the final result. I'm honestly so obsessed with this, and guys, just wait because this is the cake in sunlight and I just don't think I will ever make a prettier cake than this.